My friend group is told me like 15 minutes ago what happened, and I just don't know, honestly. I mean, um, what?
My guests now, Kevin and Claire. He has had some difficulties, hasn't he, Claire?
Yes, I think there are some reports that he's struggled with alcoholism, that he's had some real struggles in his life. I think he's got a troubled relationship with one of his ex-girlfriends. There were some reports a couple of days ago that she was taking legal action against him. It does sound like he's had a tough time of it of late. He had some health problems growing up as well. We don't know a lot about what's gone on. We don't know what's happened, but we are getting reports from Argentina that he has died after falling off the third floor balcony of a hotel. So we just don't know as of yet. I think his representatives are being contacted. There's no confirmation of this. But it is kind of doing the round, everyone's talking about it. So he was obviously a huge pop star of our time. X Factor, when it was huge, when Simon Cowell was such a big deal, they were one of the first big boy bands of that era. Cheryl Cole, another fantastic big girl band, they came together, they had a baby, I think. And he's obviously had a difficult time in life. We don't know what's happened, but it's a great tragedy.
Well, legions of fans. And actually, he first auditioned, fifth series of The X Factor in 2008, just 14 years old.
Yeah.
He's been at this a very long time. And his fan base is so wide, isn't it?
It's absolutely enormous. I think on Twitter, X, 33 million followers or thereabouts. Widely admired. He has been very troubled, diagnosed with ADHD, kidney problems, and of course that legal action from his former girlfriend initiated. On top of, I think he was controlling the alcoholism. He was said to be dry. Under enormous pressure. The reports coming out of Buenos Aires, of course, not yet verified.
I mean, honestly, I can't even cry at this point. When I first saw one of the messages in our chats, I was like, this is not true. It can be. This is a prank. Someone is making a really, really bad joke right now. You guys don't know, but One Direction is my generation. The boy band of my generation. I grew up listening One Direction. Literally from 12 to 15, 16 years. 4 years of my most prominent music listening era of my life. I grew up, I was heavily influenced by One Direction. I started learning English because of One Direction, and they just been there. I themed my birthday parties around them. I bought their albums. I print out One Direction pictures and I put on my walls. My room was full of One Direction members' pictures. My mother was out of it, just take down. This is the feeling that I'm gonna get if one of my famous people of my generation is gone. Currently, it's past midnight here for me, and this happened as of right now in Argentina, where it's in the morning, if I am correct. So the news outlets are awake, wide and awake. So we going to get a lot more information about this really, really soon. I I've heard some stuff that happened with Liam in the past few days or a few weeks, but I didn't realize the depth that the bullying or the trolling was getting into, evolving him. I mean, I didn't look up the stuff that was circling the internet in the past few weeks or days about him. I was like, just this, this is nothing. Like, I mean,
But the emergency services went to the hotel, police, fire crews couldn't revive the body outside. And if it is the case, this is just so tragic because he is 31. He is only 31. He is still an incredibly young man.
And when Zayn Malik left One Direction after, their string of hits, they continued, gone their separate ways as well. Many of them, have had extremely successful solo careers, have they not? But a 31-year-old man with a great talent as a singer, an amazing back catalogue, lots of money in the bank from this hugely successful career. Desperately sad for him and indeed his young son.
No, absolutely, with Cheryl Cole. But you can have fame and fortune, but it brings with it incredible pressure. You're constantly in the spotlight. Demands are made on you. You can't hide. People are always looking for you, making demands on you, and that pressure can build and build and build. Although I've got to say, we don't know quite what has happened here. We're just seeing these reports coming out of Buenos Aires in Argentina, but they haven't been contradicted, and they usually are very, very quickly if they're incorrect.
and all of the Wikipedia stuff, they all changed. Like, if you look up his Wikipedia page, it says literally, it's all past sentences. They changed everything already. Born and died. It's refreshed. It's done. Like, this is not a prank anymore. It's happened. Yeah. Yeah. It's yeah. Mhm. Mhm. Yeah. And mhm.